As fans eagerly await the return of Netflix's romantic series Virgin River, Mel Monroe's star Alexandra Breckenridge was starring in a nail-biting scene elsewhere. The actress, who also played Sophie Inman on NBC's This Is Us, dished on her character's jaw-dropping scene with Kevin, played by Justin Hartley. Throughout the series, fans have been intrigued to figure out who Kevin would eventually settle down with. He was first introduced to viewers as a TV star and heartthrob who had grown increasingly bored of his bachelor lifestyle. As the series progressed, Kevin had his fair share of relationships and eventually struggled to decide who he wanted to commit to. With its highly anticipated finale hitting the screens on Tuesday, Alexandra opened up on her character's emotional scene with Kevin, and why it left her half terrified. With the majority of people around him in love, Kevin had been on the search for his own happily ever after. This included a long-term relationship which failed and rekindling his romance with his first love, who was soon identified as Sophie, Alexandra Breckenridge. The two were childhood friends, became lovers, and eventually married, but divorced after Kevin cheated. However, throughout the series the two kept finding their way back to one another more than 12 years after they broke up. Episode 13 saw Sophie and Kevin once again reunited at Kate, Chrissy Metz, and Philip's, Chris Gere, wedding. This was where Sophie opened up about her feelings for Kevin and professed her undying love for him. The actress told TV Line about being nervous about another scene and revealed why it terrified her. Alexandra disclosed, "You know, when I read the episode, when I break up the moment in the bedroom with Justin, I go off on this whole monologue." There was actually a lot more to the monologue at the time, but the part that they cut out made perfect sense in the flow of the show, and I'm actually glad that they took those scenes out. She revealed, "I have these two very meaningful powerful speeches that I had, and I was incredibly nervous about it, coming from an actor's standpoint. To come back to a show, I'm not on the show all the time. For all purposes, I'm a guest star, and coming into a show that's so extremely successful with all these actors that are incredibly talented, to be given this moment at the end of this episode which has been anticipated for so long, I was like, holy hell." Alexandra continued, "I was like st. What am I going to do? So I was excited and nervous and half terrified." The actress disclosed she felt validated and grateful showrunners chose to air her first take, even though they filmed the scene a number of times in different ways. Although this was a breakup scene, Alexandra told E! News she had seen the finale and believed fans would be glad with the ending. This could hint at Sophie and Kevin finally getting together for good, as this is what a majority of fans have been rooting for. This Is Us is available on NBC in the US and on Amazon Prime in the UK.